What's up, everyone? Dan here with a figure review, not just any figure review, the Haslab Giant Man. Now, I usually open up these guys in my video, but I did a whole separate video opening up this guy. I even compared him to the previous Haslabs in the Sentinel and Galactus. I had them all up on the table, so if you really want to see a size comparison to those two, go check out that video and see them all there together next to it. And you can even see my face. I know. Probably the best part of that video. Really, it's the worst, I know. Anyway, here he is. I've had some time to mess around with the figure, play with him, and all that. So this is now my review. Now, just before I get into the figure, I will show off the box real quick. So here he is next to the box. I'm going to move him, actually, just off the side so I can show you guys the box. Comes a nice box, and I love that artwork. That's the one I voted for when we had the opportunity to vote. So you have all the Avengers there. Not all of them, but the important ones. Something I'm really upset about is I don't have that Wasp. I've had a different Wasp in like that blue costume in my display, and now I feel like I need to get that one. So I guess that will be a purchase soon. But anyway, on the side here too, you can see all of the Avengers there. So you got the Hulk, Captain America, Black Widow, Iron Man, Thor, Hawkeye, and Wasp. And then you have this, which is kind of cool. It's actually not kind of cool. It's actually very cool. It's just a city backscape. And he's like, what's the point of that? To put him in front of it and take some really cool photos. Which, honestly, I'm just looking at it right now on my camera, and it looks cool. So definitely be doing that. Should I just keep that up for the rest of the video? We'll see. But here's Giant Man. My initial thoughts of this is, wow, I love this figure. Let me try and get the camera up. So I'm bringing him a little closer. It's hard to get him in the frame for all of it. And you see, you got to giving you guys a thumbs up. So now you should give him the thumbs up back, by the way. Appreciate that. And also give me a follow or subscribe. But here it is. Oh, very clicky, which I think is a good thing, actually. He stands at a whopping, hold on, should have thought of this beforehand. Ugh. Got it. He stands, those you can't see the tape measure there. Let me get in from. He's 24 inches tall. And he is looking beautiful. So let's start going into it. I'm bringing him a little bit closer. Now, his design isn't very intricate, but they put in detail whatever they could. First off, the figure has, I'm trying to show you can see the texture on his shoulder there. Wherever there's red, he's got that texture with all like the little dots everywhere. And it looks good. It's consistent throughout the entire figure, which is really good. It looks like it's an actual costume. It's not just spandex thrown on him. And then you can even see here in the head, let me just, instead of bending him over, just raise the camera. This is the first time I've ever raised my tripod up like this. So I'm glad that it's functionality is finally looking good. And well, after we look at the head, I'll go over some of his accessories. All his accessories are relative to his head. Here's the head. Lots of good details. Look at that, like dotting everywhere. And you can see like around like the eyes and everything. He has like stitch lines from like sewing his costume together. And the face looks really good. Now, this is not actually the face that he comes out of the box with. I changed it. I'll go over all the faces in a sec. And his eyes here, I think he's looking dead on. Kind of hard for me to tell. Looks like there is. Because you can change the eyes too, and I'll get into that. But he looks really good, really highly detailed, you know. And then you can see right here, oh, took his head off. Didn't mean to do that. But I actually will go over that in a sec. You even got this little line right here. I just like how it looks like a costume, where it's like, maybe I don't have the opportunity to put that type of detail in like a regular, like 6-inch figure all the time. But now that you have a 2-foot tall figure, you can. Now, I kind of want to show this, taking his head off. This isn't like something that I think a lot of people will really talk about, but I love the fact that his head comes off super easily. I don't have to mangle the figure to get his head off. It comes on and off real simple and has no problem looking up and down. And then you can easily just pop his head off. I like that. This is an expensive figure, and sometimes, when you have to be rough with it, it can be hard. It can be hard because you don't want to break this figure, especially when, like, if you do break it, you can't even buy another one. This is what's crowdfunded. There's no more left. Although I'm sure Hasbro will do what they can to right their wrong. But I do like how the head comes off very easily. And let's go and show off some other stuff here. So the first thing is the antennas. Come on. I was trying to pick them all up over here on the side. So he has, obviously, antennas on there. Oh, don't do that. So he has the antennas that you see on him right now. And those are black ones. And then he also has an identical set in white. Are they identical? Yes, they are identical. Yeah. I actually probably will switch these off for the white ones at some point because I like this better. And he has a set of these black ones, which, if you look, are like damaged, which I think is really cool, and how like they're all bent and everything, as if he's been in battle. I think these are cool features. Like, remember the Sentinel had like a destroyed hand and everything. I don't think it's lame that they come with those. It's just like, how's that only his antennas got hurt, But I get that they can't give you. They basically ask for a whole other figure that's battle damaged. Anyway, here's another head. This is the head that he comes with out of the box. And so there it is. This is more serious, and he's looking off to his left in this one. And so the way it works is you can actually take off his mask and everything and like put the head underneath it, and you stick the face down and you stick whatever set of eyes you want, and they came with a bunch of different sets of eyes. So there's one. I haven't taken them all out of the packaging, actually. This is more of like a in the heat of battle face, an angry face, and he's got another set of eyes there as well. Then you have the zombie face, which comes with these zombie eyes in there. I guess you could take out the zombie eyes and put them in something, in another face. But yeah, I actually don't like that I've chosen to do this review with the smiling face. It's kind of creepy. I just had him because he had his thumbs up. Thumbs up. Okay, now let's. I want to take another look at the figure. Let's go down. Like I said, not a very intricate design. Just red and a little bit of purplish blue. So here's the belt right here, and you can see the torso here. So this black part is separate from the torso. It's not sculpted on. So as he moves, this isn't like, attached to the chest. It moves freely, which is kind of a good thing. I think, they could have sculpted it on and maybe it would allow for a little more freedom of movement, but I really don't think it hinders movement at all. And it keeps this looking good, this black thing. So if it was sculpted on, it would be, it might not look as good. So good choice with that. I know I'm going over the articulation, but anyway, and right here you can see that his groin has like, you can see here, because there's all this detail, which we'll go over, where like there's these more shaded parts and stuff. Just makes it look like a little bit more of a used, realistic suit. But he has like these lines here that are really good. You can see. Then let's take a look at these feet. Almost as big as mine. Not true. I'm a size 15. But it also has this more like leather texture to it. And it looks like the bottom there, which is cool. It's got the Hank Pym, not the Hank Pym logo, but it has a logo. Kind of can't see because of light. There it is. Very good texture and everything. Lots of good sculpting here. So you can see where the boots are. It'll get a little ruffled or wrinkled up there. It is awesome, dude. He moves really well, actually. And then I'll take a look at the gloves here too. Same texture as the boots, but not the same texture, despite being the same color. Not the same texture as his underpants, I guess. But pants have nice, or the gloves here have nice, good texture. Right here, you can even see like the veins and stuff popping out. It looks really good. Really does. Ugh. I really appreciate like all of this little detail and stuff, because it could be really easy for them to just not do that and people would still be kind of happy with the figure, because it is a giant man figure. It's something that people wanted. And then you see the wrinkles here at the elbows. I really like too. And you can see right here some of that like shading in the muscle. Got some nice biceps, dude. And look at him. Anyway, let's push him back here. Take a look at him. Can we see the full giant man? Yeah, you can kind of see it. And I'm just going to go over the articulation. Push him back. We'll try and reach. And like I said, hard to get him in the frame. But kind of showed off his head here. His head can look up pretty far. And it can look... Oh, man, dude, this is hard getting him in frame. Okay, hold on. Let's focus on the upper body. We'll move to the upper body. Ow! That ow's for him punching my phone. He can look up and down pretty well. I think it's good that he can look down, because I feel like that's what he would be doing. As a tall person myself, I can vouch for the fact that he'd be looking down a lot. But that's some good movement in the head. And then take a look at the arms here. So he has this butterfly joint that actually, you know, gives a lot more movement than I would have ever thought I could ask for. So I like that. You can go up and down. You can go all around at the shoulder. He's got a nice bicep. So another thing about this right here is all these joints. I know I played with them a little bit, but right out of the box, all these joints really move very smoothly. I'm not worried that it's stuck and I'm going to break it. I don't have any of that sort of worry with everything. So there you go. A nice double jointed elbow there. And then we get to his hands, where actually what I just said about the articulation being nice and loose kind of loses its looseness. It gets pretty stiff here around all the fingers. Let's move him up here. Okay. So here's his hand here. Now, you can see with his other hand here, I did get him into this, and that was actually a lot of work to do. Not really complaining, because it is a lot of articulation, but it just feels like they just don't want to go down. It seems like they're a bit, like it feels like I'm going to break it, you know? And like, if you don't get it at the right angle, you can just snap it, you know? But I mean, it's maybe I'm nitpicking a little bit, but it just seems the hands are a little stiff, or the fingies are a little stiff. I also want to show off real quick all the detail. It looks like an actual glove, which is crazy. I love that. All little stitching in there. Okay. And then let's go over all the articulation around the torso area. So he's got this pivot here, which is actually a lot of movement. I think he's good. I think he needs this ab ball thingy. I don't know what you'd call this joint. Diaphragm, you know, hinge. Because he's going to be reaching down, grabbing things, I imagine, lots of photos and everything. And then here he is bending over. Bend him back. Bending over. Looking really good. Really get him. Whoop! Don't worry, I got you, boy. And then, obviously, maybe not obviously. Does he turn here? He does not. Doesn't turn at the waist. Anyway, let's move on down here. 2. Back to the groin area, everyone's favorite area. You can get him kicking up pretty far. And he does rotate here. God, it's a little bit of work getting all these joints, but that's good. I just think the articulation, it's like for these big figures, there's lots of care putting into making sure the joints feel sturdy but are still movable. And I feel like this figure really hits that. Anyway, here's his double jointed knees. Like that. And then we have some ankle pivot. Shardimus would love that. Hope he likes it. I like it. Then you got a nice toe hinge there. Looking good. And there he is. I'm just going to quickly cut to my final thoughts. I'm actually going to bring down some of my Avengers figures and put them down here so we can see them all. And yeah, be right back. Here he is, guys. I had to zoom out pretty far just to get everyone into frame here. But you can see I got my Avengers down here. If you want to see more pictures of this right here, I go hit up my Instagram. I'm going to be taking more pictures than I ever have of any figure and posting them all there. I'm very happy with this figure. There's really nothing else I could have asked for. I think for the price when it was at $200, I thought that was a very fair price considering the Sentinel, which you can see over there, and Galactus, who you can't see, which is over there. I did a size comparison. Like I said, go check out the unboxing. This figure, they could have easily charged us $300, thrown in like a Wasp figure with it, and people would have, well, I guess people wouldn't have because it's barely funded, but I'm very happy with this. I think everyone's going to be. I've heard some issues with some defects here and there with like people getting the same sets of eyes, like duplicates, but I didn't have any of that. And I'm super happy about this figure. I really hope everyone else was able to get one. I think he's going to look great in everyone's Avengers display. I can't wait to see. I know everyone saw Shardimus Prime's display like 10 years ago of his Ant-Man's going up in size. This would obviously, and I think a lot of people are going to do that. I think with this, people are going to be very eager to try and get the older Giant Man and scale their way down. I think all I have is just the regular 6-inch Ant-Man. I may have a 3 3/4 inch. I definitely have that little small one that all the figures come with. But that'd be really cool. I'd love to get that. I currently don't have enough room for this guy on the shelf where all my Avengers are. Nor do I want to make room for it because I will lose shelf and have to take out an entire shelf of figures just for this guy. But in the meantime, he'll probably just be chilling with me. And yeah, anyway, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you liked it, subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment. Let me know how you liked it. My channel is very small, but I've been seeing a little bit of growth in the past couple weeks, and it's really gotten me psyched up. I'm hoping a lot of people like this and I can keep growing. I'm trying to really have fun with this and share my hobby with everyone. And I know a lot of people have this hobby. So if you like it, follow me and go check out my Instagram where I have a lot of stuff as well. All the photos of this guy will end up. And yeah, peace out, guys.